Respect is something that everyone desires, but not everyone receives. In life, you will encounter people who try to belittle you, undermine your confidence, and test your patience. However, the way you carry yourself, the boundaries you set, and the standards you uphold will determine how others treat you. This motivational speech is designed to give you the mindset, principles, and strategies to ensure that no one will ever disrespect you again. Setting clear boundaries is one of the most crucial steps in ensuring that no one disrespects you. Without boundaries, people will push your limits, take advantage of your kindness, and disregard your needs. Boundaries define how you expect to be treated and serve as a protective barrier against manipulation, disrespect, and mistreatment. Here's a detailed breakdown of why boundaries matter, how to set them effectively, and how to enforce them without fear. Why are boundaries important? They teach others how to treat you. People will treat you the way you allow them to. If you tolerate disrespect, others will continue to disrespect you. When you set boundaries, you signal that you value yourself and demand to be treated with dignity. They protect your mental and emotional health. Constantly saying yes to things that drain you leads to burnout, resentment, and frustration. Boundaries help you conserve energy and focus on things that truly matter to you. They prevent toxic relationships, whether in friendships, work, or romantic relationships. Clear boundaries help you identify and avoid toxic people. People who repeatedly cross your boundaries show they don't respect you, and that's a red flag. They increase your self-respect. When you stand up for yourself and refuse to tolerate disrespect, you start valuing yourself more. The more you respect yourself, the more others will respect you in return. How to set strong boundaries. Identify what you will and won't accept before setting boundaries. You need to be clear about what is and isn't acceptable to you. Ask yourself, what behaviors make me uncomfortable? What do I consider disrespectful? What actions drain my energy or affect my self-esteem? For example, unacceptable, being yelled at, being talked over, being forced to do favors, people invading your personal space. Acceptable, being spoken to respectfully, having your time valued, being able to say no without guilt. Communicate your boundaries clearly and firmly. Once you know your boundaries, the next step is to communicate them confidently. People are not mind readers. They will only respect your limits if you make them known. How to express boundaries effectively. Use direct language. Avoid being vague. Say exactly what you mean. Weak. I don't really like when you raise your voice at me. Strong. I will not tolerate being yelled at. If we're going to have a conversation, I expect it to be respectful. Be firm but polite. You don't have to be rude, but you must be assertive. Example, I appreciate you inviting me, but I won't be able to come. I need to prioritize my time. Don't over-explain or apologize. You don't owe people a long justification for your boundaries. Example, instead of saying, I'm sorry, but I just feel really tired today, and I don't think I can go out, simply say, I won't be able to make it tonight. Enforce your boundaries consistently. A boundary that isn't enforced is useless. Once you set a boundary, you must stick to it. Otherwise, people will see it as an empty threat and continue to disrespect you. What to do when someone crosses your boundary? Call it out immediately. Example, if a coworker constantly interrupts you, say, I need you to let me finish speaking before responding. Give one warning, then take action. Example, if someone keeps making disrespectful jokes, say, I've already told you I don't find that funny. If you continue, I won't be engaging with you. Distance yourself if necessary. If someone refuses to respect your boundaries, limit your interactions with them or cut them off completely. Learn to say no without feeling guilty. One of the biggest reasons people struggle with boundaries is the fear of saying no. Many feel obligated to say yes to avoid disappointing others. However, saying yes when you don't want to leads to resentment and burnout. How to say no confidently. Don't give long-winded excuses. Feel guilty for prioritizing yourself. Say yes just to avoid conflict. Be direct and firm. I won't be able to help with that. Use the broken record method. If someone pressures you, repeat your boundary without explaining. Offer an alternative if you want. I can't do that today, but if I'm free next week, remove people who repeatedly disrespect your boundaries. Some people will test you. If someone constantly ignores your limits despite your efforts to enforce them, they do not respect you. In these cases, you have every right to limit your interactions with them. Cut them out completely if needed. Prioritize relationships with people who respect your boundaries. You don't owe anyone unlimited access to you, especially if they refuse to treat you with respect. Final thoughts on setting boundaries. Setting clear boundaries is not about being mean or controlling. It's about self-respect. When you establish and enforce strong boundaries, you gain control over your life. People begin to respect you more. Toxic individuals stop taking advantage of you. Your confidence and self-worth grow. Remember, you train people how to treat you. A person who disrespects your boundary after you've communicated it has no place in your life. Saying no is your right, not something you need to explain or justify. Start setting and enforcing your boundaries today, and you'll notice a shift in how people treat you. Respect begins with you. How you speak determines how people perceive and respond to you. If your voice is weak, hesitant, or unsure, people will dismiss your words and ultimately you. On the other hand, if you speak with authority, people will listen, take you seriously, and respect your presence. Speaking with authority doesn't mean being aggressive, loud, or domineering. It means being confident, clear, and assertive. Your voice should command attention, not demand it. Here's a deep dive into why speaking with authority matters, how to develop it, and the key techniques to ensure that people respect you when you speak. Why speaking with authority is important. First impressions are often based on your voice. Within seconds of hearing you speak, people form judgments about your confidence, intelligence, and credibility. A weak, hesitant voice makes you seem unsure of yourself, while a strong, steady voice projects confidence and competence. People respect those who speak with confidence. If you sound uncertain, others will assume you don't believe in your own words. When you speak with authority, people are more likely to take you seriously and value your input. It helps you avoid being ignored or interrupted. A hesitant or soft-spoken voice invites interruptions. A strong, clear voice makes it harder for others to dismiss or talk over you. It increases your influence and persuasion, whether in business, relationships, or everyday conversations. Speaking with authority makes people more likely to follow your lead. Leaders, influencers, and respected individuals all have one thing in common. They know how to command attention when they speak, how to develop a powerful and authoritative voice. One, improve your tone and vocal strength. Your tone conveys your level of confidence. A shaky, soft, or monotonous tone signals uncertainty, while a strong, controlled tone exudes authority. Ways to strengthen your voice. Project, don't mumble. Speak from your diaphragm, not your throat. Lower your pitch slightly. Higher-pitched voices can sound anxious, while a steady, slightly lower pitch sounds confident. Avoid uptalk. Do not end statements like questions unless you're actually asking one. Example, I believe this is the best approach. I believe this is the best approach. Vary your tone for emphasis. A monotone voice is boring. Emphasizing key words makes your speech more engaging and authoritative. 2, speak clearly and deliberately. People who speak too fast often sound nervous, while those who speak too slowly may seem unsure or unprepared. The key is to find a balanced, deliberate pace. How to improve clarity. Pause between ideas. Instead of rushing, give your words space to be absorbed. Articulate your words properly. Avoid slurring or mumbling. Eliminate filler words. Words like like, and weaken your speech. Replace them with brief pauses. Example of weak speech. I think, we should maybe consider another option, Example of strong speech. We should consider another option because it will yield better results. Maintain strong body language while speaking. Your voice and body language work together to create an authoritative presence. Even if you speak with confidence, poor posture or nervous gestures can undermine your message. How to reinforce your speech with body language. Stand tall with your shoulders back. Good posture exudes confidence. Maintain eye contact. Looking away too often signals insecurity. Use controlled gestures. Avoid fidgeting or excessive hand movements. Avoid crossing your arms. It makes you seem closed off or defensive. Choose your words wisely. The words you use affect how seriously people take you. Weak language makes you seem uncertain, while strong, precise language conveys confidence. How to strengthen your speech. Use definitive statements instead of hedging. I think this might work. This is the best solution. Replace weak phrases with strong alternatives. I just wanted to say. I want to say. Sorry, but can I add something? I'd like to add something. Does that make sense? Let me know if you have any questions. Control your emotions when speaking. People respect those who stay composed under pressure. If you let emotions take over, whether anger, frustration, or nervousness, you lose control of the conversation. How to maintain control. Pause before responding. Don't rush to answer, especially if you feel emotional. Take deep breaths. This helps keep your tone steady. Never raise your voice unless necessary. Speaking louder doesn't mean more authority. Control does. Practice assertive speaking in daily conversations. Speaking with authority is a skill that improves with practice. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Ways to practice Record yourself speaking. Listen for weak spots and adjust. Practice power phrases in front of a mirror. This helps you control facial expressions and body language. Engage in public speaking opportunities. The more you speak in front of others, the more comfortable and authoritative you'll become. Role play difficult conversations. Practicing responses to common situations where you need to assert yourself will help you stay composed when the moment arises. Know your subject matter. Confidence in speech also comes from knowing what you're talking about. When you are well informed, you naturally speak with more authority. How to speak with knowledge and conviction. Do your research before discussions. Be prepared to back up your statements with facts or examples. If you don't know something, admit it confidently and offer to follow up. I don't have that information right now, but I will find out and get back to you. Final thoughts on speaking with authority. Speaking with authority is not about being loud or overpowering others. It's about projecting confidence, clarity, and control. Key takeaways: speak clearly, deliberate, and without hesitation. Use strong body language to reinforce your words. Eliminate weak words and filler phrases. Control your emotions and stay composed. Practice speaking assertively in daily conversations. Know your subject matter to increase confidence. When you speak with authority, people listen, respect your words, and take you seriously. Master this skill, and you'll command respect in every conversation. Your body language speaks louder than your words. The way you stand, move, and express yourself physically influences how people perceive and respond to you. Even if you say all the right things, weak or uncertain body language can undermine your message. Conversely, mastering strong, confident body language can command respect, establish authority, and make people take you seriously. Here's a deep dive into why body language matters, key elements to focus on, and techniques to ensure you project confidence and power in every situation. Why mastering body language is essential. First impressions are nonverbal. People form an opinion about you within seconds of seeing you, often before you even speak. If your posture is weak or you fidget, others will assume you lack confidence. A strong stance, eye contact, and controlled gestures instantly establish authority. People believe actions more than words. If your words say, "I'm confident," but your body says, "I'm unsure," people will trust your body language more. Nonverbal cues communicate confidence, power, and credibility before you even open your mouth. It helps you command respect and authority. Leaders, influencers, and respected individuals all have strong, controlled body language. When you project confidence, people are less likely to interrupt, ignore, or dismiss you. It affects your own mindset. Your posture and movements don't just influence how others see you, they also shape how you feel. Studies show that standing tall with open, powerful postures increases confidence and reduces stress. Key elements of powerful body language: 1, maintain strong posture. Your posture is the foundation of confident body language. The way you hold yourself signals how you feel about yourself and your surroundings. How to stand with confidence. Keep your back straight and shoulders relaxed. Avoid slouching or hunching forward. Stand tall with feet shoulder width apart. A stable stance exudes power. Keep your chin up. Looking down signals insecurity. Looking up projects confidence. Take up space. Don't shrink yourself. Stand firmly and own your presence. What to avoid? Slouching looks weak and timid. Crossing your arms defensively. Leaning too much on one side looks lazy or disinterested. Maintain strong eye contact. Eye contact is one of the most powerful tools in body language. It communicates confidence, attentiveness, and credibility. How to use eye contact effectively. Look people in the eyes when speaking and listening. Maintain eye contact for 3-5 seconds at a time, then briefly glance away. Use triangle gazing. Switch between looking at their left eye, right eye, and mouth to keep it natural. What to avoid? Staring too intensely can feel aggressive. Darting eyes makes you seem nervous or dishonest. Looking down too often signals submission. Use controlled and purposeful gestures. Gesturing while speaking enhances communication, makes you more engaging, and emphasizes key points. However, random or excessive movements can make you seem nervous. How to gesture with authority. Use open-handed gestures to appear more approachable and confident. Emphasize key points with hand movements, using a slight hand raise when making an important statement. Keep movements controlled and deliberate. What to avoid? Fidgeting with your hands, clothes, or objects signals nervousness. Crossing arms tightly appears defensive. Pointing aggressively can seem hostile. Control your facial expressions. Your face should match your words and emotions. If your expressions don't align with your message, people may doubt what you're saying. How to master facial expressions. Keep a neutral or slight confident smile in casual conversations. Use expressions that reflect your emotions naturally, not forced or exaggerated. Raise your eyebrows slightly when emphasizing a point shows engagement. What to avoid. A blank or tense face makes you seem disengaged. Over-smiling can appear fake or insecure. Furrowing your brow too much can make you seem anxious or aggressive. Own the space you're in. Confident people don't shrink themselves. They command the space around them. This applies whether you're in a meeting, on stage, or walking into a room. How to own your space. Walk with purpose and take steady strides. When sitting, sit tall with your feet firmly on the ground. Avoid shrinking into yourself or making yourself smaller. Use open and expansive postures. Resting an arm on a chair instead of folding inward. What to avoid. Shuffling or dragging your feet when walking, sitting with crossed arms and legs in a way that makes you look small, standing with hands in pockets can signal discomfort or hiding. Mirror, confident body language in conversations. Mirroring is a psychological technique where you subtly reflect the body language of the person you're speaking to. It helps build connection and trust while maintaining a confident presence. How to use mirroring effectively. If they lean in slightly, do the same. If they nod while speaking, nod subtly to show engagement. Keep it natural. Don't overdo it, or it will seem forced. What to avoid? Copying every movement too obviously. Mirroring negative body language, e.g., crossing arms if they do. Use power poses before important interactions. Power poses are body positions that boost confidence before an important meeting, speech, or confrontation. Try these power poses. The Superman pose. Stand tall with feet apart, hands on hips, and shoulders back. The victory pose. Raise your arms slightly like a champion before a big event. The wide stance pose. Stand with feet shoulder width apart, hands resting lightly at your sides. Studies show that holding a power pose for 2 minutes can lower stress hormones and boost confidence. Final thoughts on mastering body language. Body language is your silent superpower. When used correctly, it can make you appear more confident even if you're nervous. Command respect and authority without saying a word. Enhance your communication and persuasion skills. Influence how people perceive and respond to you. Key takeaways. Stand tall with good posture and take up space. Make strong, consistent eye contact. Use controlled, open-handed gestures. Keep your facial expressions natural and confident. Own your space. Walk and sit with authority. Use power poses to boost confidence before key moments. By mastering your body language, you will not only project confidence to others, but also feel more confident within yourself. This is the foundation of commanding respect in every situation. Master your body language. The key to commanding respect. Your body language is a silent yet powerful tool that communicates confidence, authority, and credibility. Before you even say a word, your posture, facial expressions, and gestures shape how people perceive you. If you master your body language, you can command respect, influence others, and exude confidence in any situation, whether at work, in social settings, or during confrontations. Below, we'll break down the critical aspects of mastering body language, common mistakes to avoid, and proven techniques to project power and confidence. Why body language matters. First impressions are formed instantly. People form opinions about you within 7 seconds of meeting you. Before you even speak, your posture, eye contact, and facial expressions communicate confidence or insecurity. Body language speaks louder than words. Studies show that over 70% of communication is nonverbal. If your body language contradicts your words, people will trust your actions more than what you say. Confident body language commands respect. A strong posture and controlled gestures make you seem authoritative and self-assured. Weak body language, slouching, fidgeting, avoiding eye contact, signals nervousness and lack of confidence. It affects your own confidence levels. How you hold yourself doesn't just influence others, it affects how you feel about yourself. Standing tall, using open gestures, and maintaining eye contact boosts self-confidence and reduces anxiety. Key aspects of powerful body language. 1. Maintain strong and confident posture. Your posture is the foundation of dominant body language. The way you stand and sit can instantly convey confidence or weakness. How to stand with authority. Keep your back straight and shoulders relaxed when staying with feet shoulder width apart to create a solid, grounded stance. Distribute weight evenly on both feet instead of shifting side to side. Keep your head up and chin slightly lifted to project confidence. What to avoid? Slouching makes you look timid and insecure. Crossing arms defensively signals discomfort or resistance. Standing with feet too close together appears unstable or unsure. Leaning too much on one side can seem lazy or disinterested. 2. Maintain strong eye contact. Eye contact is one of the most powerful aspects of body language. It signals confidence, engagement, and trustworthiness. How to use eye contact effectively. Look directly into people's eyes when speaking and listening. Hold eye contact for 5 seconds before briefly looking away. Use the triangle method, alternate focus between their left eye, right eye, and mouth. To keep it natural, blink naturally and avoid staring aggressively. What to avoid? Looking down too often signals submission or nervousness. Avoiding eye contact makes you appear dishonest or insecure. Staring too intensely can feel aggressive or intimidating. Use purposeful hand gestures. Hand gestures enhance communication, making your speech more dynamic and engaging. However, uncontrolled movements can weaken your presence. How to gesture with confidence? Use open-handed gestures to appear more approachable and confident. Emphasize key points with subtle hand movements, not excessive. Keep hands visible and avoid hiding them in pockets. What to avoid? Overusing gestures can seem frantic or unorganized. Fidgeting with objects or clothes signals nervousness. Keeping hands in pockets or behind your back appears hesitant or untrustworthy. 4. Control your facial expressions. Your face should align with your words and emotions. A mismatch between your expressions and speech can make you seem insincere. How to control facial expressions. Keep a relaxed, confident expression, neutral or slight smile. Nod slightly while listening to show engagement. Raise your eyebrows subtly to emphasize key points. What to avoid. A blank or tense face makes you seem disengaged. Over-smiling can appear nervous or fake. Excessive eyebrow movement can make you look unsure. 5. Own your personal space. Confident people own the space around them. This applies whether you're in a meeting, giving a speech, or simply walking into a room. How to own your space. Walk with purpose, keep your shoulders back, and take steady strides. When sitting, sit tall with feet firmly on the ground. Avoid shrinking yourself. Stand firmly and take up space. What to avoid? Shuffling or dragging your feet when walking. Sitting with arms crossed tightly over your body looks closed off. Standing with hands behind your back appears hesitant or uncertain. 6. Mirror confident body language in conversations. Mirroring is a powerful psychological technique where you subtly reflect the body language of the person you're speaking to. It helps build trust and rapport. How to use mirroring effectively. Subtly match their posture and gestures to create a connection. If they lean in slightly, do the same. If they nod while speaking, nod slightly in response. What to avoid? Over-exaggerating or copying movements too obviously. Mirroring negative body language, e.g. crossing arms if they do. Use power poses to boost confidence. Power poses are body positions that can increase confidence and reduce stress before important situations. Try these power poses. The Superman pose. Stand tall with feet apart, hands on hips and shoulders back. The victory pose. Raise your arms slightly like a champion. The wide stance pose. Stand with feet firmly planted, hands relaxed at your sides. Scientific studies show that holding a power pose for 2 minutes increases confidence and reduces cortisol, stress hormone. Final thoughts on mastering body language. Your body language is a silent communicator of confidence, authority, and self-assurance. Mastering it will make people respect you more, take you seriously, and perceive you as a leader. Key takeaways. Stand tall with strong posture and take up space. Make direct, steady eye contact. Use purposeful, open-handed gestures. Control facial expressions to align with your message. Walk with purpose and confidence. Mirror body language to build rapport. Use power poses to boost confidence before important moments. By mastering your body language, you can command respect, influence others, and exude confidence in every interaction. Stop seeking validation. Unlock true confidence and self-respect. Seeking validation from others can be one of the biggest barriers to self-confidence and personal growth. When you constantly look for approval, praise, or acceptance from others, you give them power over your emotions and self-worth. True confidence comes from within, not from external validation. To command respect and establish your worth, you must stop seeking validation from people and start trusting your own judgment. This means developing a strong sense of self, setting personal standards, and making decisions based on your values rather than external opinions. Below, we'll explore why people seek validation, the dangers of external approval, and powerful strategies to break free from this habit. Why do people seek validation? Seeking validation is a natural human instinct, but excessive reliance on others' approval can lead to insecurity and self-doubt. Here are some common reasons why people seek validation. Many people seek approval because they fear being judged, criticized, or excluded. Lack of self-confidence. If you doubt your own worth, you may rely on others to reassure you. Social conditioning. From a young age, society teaches us to seek recognition through grades, compliments, or social media likes. Desire to fit in. People often look for validation to feel accepted by their peers, family, or workplace. Emotional dependence. Some individuals tie their happiness to how others perceive them. While seeking occasional reassurance is normal, constantly craving approval can become a toxic habit that lowers your self-esteem and weakens your ability to make independent decisions. The dangers of seeking validation, over-reliance on validation, can lead to several negative consequences. You give away your power. When you depend on others for validation, you hand over control of your self-worth. This means that your mood and confidence fluctuate based on others' opinions. If people praise you, you feel great. If they criticize you, you feel worthless. Solution. Build inner self-confidence so that external opinions don't dictate how you feel about yourself. You become a people pleaser? If you constantly seek approval, you may sacrifice your own needs, values, and opinions just to gain acceptance. This leads to burnout, resentment, and a loss of self-identity. Solution. Prioritize your own happiness and well-being instead of trying to make everyone else happy. It lowers your self-esteem. Relying on validation means you never develop real self-worth. Instead of believing in yourself, you wait for others to tell you that you're good enough. Over time, this can destroy your confidence. Solution. Develop self-acceptance and practice positive self-affirmations. You lose your authenticity. Seeking validation makes you act in ways that aren't true to yourself. You may say things you don't believe, agree with people to avoid conflict, or pretend to be someone you're not just to get approval. Solution. Live by your own values and opinions, not what others expect of you. It creates emotional dependence. If your happiness depends on external validation, you may feel anxious, insecure, and unworthy when you don't receive it. This can lead to stress, overthinking, and fear of rejection. Solution. Learn to validate yourself and trust your own judgment. How to stop seeking validation and build unshakable confidence. Breaking the habit of seeking validation takes time and effort, but the rewards are life-changing. Here's how you can stop relying on others for approval and start building confidence from within. Build self-validation. Instead of looking to others for approval, learn to validate yourself. Self-innovation means recognizing your own worth without needing external confirmation. How to practice self-validation. Acknowledge your strengths, achievements, and progress. Remind yourself that your opinions, feelings, and decisions are valid. Accept that you don't need permission to be yourself. Trust your own judgment. When you rely on others' approval, you doubt your own instincts and decision-making abilities. To break free, start making decisions based on what feels right for you, how to trust yourself, make choices without asking for excessive opinions, listen to your intuition and gut feelings, remind yourself that mistakes are part of learning and you don't need validation to move forward. 3, stop over-apologizing. Many people who seek validation apologize excessively for things that don't require an apology. This weakens your confidence and makes you seem uncertain. How to stop unnecessary apologies. Only apologize when you've actually done something wrong. Replace "I'm sorry" with "thank you for understanding" in unnecessary situations. Speak assertively without seeking approval in every sentence. Example, to avoid, "Sorry, but can I say something?" Confident alternative. I'd like to add something to this conversation. Set clear boundaries. When you seek approval, you might allow others to overstep your boundaries just to please them. Learning to say no is essential to self-respect. How to set boundaries. Say no without guilt when something doesn't align with your values. Stop explaining yourself excessively. No is a complete sentence. Distance yourself from toxic people who expect you to constantly seek their approval. Remember, people will respect you more when you respect yourself. Stop seeking social media validation. Social media can be a huge source of external validation. If your mood depends on the number of likes, comments, or shares, it's time to shift your mindset. How to detach from social media validation. Post what you enjoy, not what you think others will like. Take breaks from social media to focus on real-life self-worth. Remember that likes and comments don't define your value. Fact. Many influencers with thousands of followers still struggle with self-worth because they rely on external validation instead of internal confidence. Develop a growth mindset. People who seek validation often fear failure because they want constant approval. Shifting to a growth mindset helps you embrace mistakes as learning opportunities, how to develop a growth mindset, accept that you won't always get approval, and that's okay. See criticism as a chance to improve rather than a personal attack. Focus on progress, not perfection. Confident mindset shift. Instead of, what if they don't like me? Think, I respect myself, and that's enough. Final thoughts. Become your own source of validation. When you stop seeking validation from others, you take back control of your life, emotions, and self-worth. Confidence comes from within, not from other people's approval. Key takeaways. Self-engagement is more important than external validation. Your worth is not defined by others' opinions. You don't need permission to be yourself. Trust your instincts and make decisions with confidence. Set boundaries and stop over-apologizing. Detach from social media validation and focus on real-life self-worth. When you validate yourself, you radiate confidence, and that's when people truly respect you. Demand respect through actions, not words. Respect is not something you can simply ask for. It must be earned through your actions, behavior, and consistency. Many people try to demand respect by telling others, you need to respect me. But real respect comes when people see you consistently demonstrating strength, integrity, and confidence. If you want people to respect you, show them why they should rather than just telling them. Your actions will always be more powerful than your words. Why? Actions speak louder than words. People judge you based on what you do, not just what you say. If your words and actions don't align, others won't take you seriously. Here's why actions matter more. People trust what they see. Anyone can make big claims, but real respect comes from consistent, authentic behavior. Words can be empty. If you talk about respect but let people walk over you, they won't believe you. Actions show strength. Respect is earned by standing firm on your values, setting boundaries, and showing confidence in how you live. Key actions to command respect. If you want to be respected, you need to live in a way that demands it. Here's how. Set and enforce boundaries. People will only respect you if you respect yourself first. That means setting clear boundaries and sticking to them. How to set boundaries with actions. Say no without feeling guilty. Walk away from disrespectful situations instead of arguing. Don't tolerate mistreatment just to keep the peace. Stand firm when someone tries to manipulate or pressure you. What to avoid? Letting people push your limits after you've set a boundary. Saying no but then giving in under pressure. Complaining about disrespect but not taking action to stop it. Lead by example. If you want respect, be someone worth respecting. People will respect those who lead by example and practice what they preach. How to lead with actions. Be reliable. Do what you say you will do. Treat others with the same respect you expect in return. Stay calm under pressure. Strength is shown in self-control. Work hard and stay disciplined. People respect results, not excuses. What to avoid. Telling others to respect you while treating them poorly. Saying one thing but doing the opposite. Hypocrisy. Making promises and not following through. Don't beg for respect, command it. The more you chase approval or demand respect with words, the less respect you get. Respect comes from inner confidence, not outside validation. How to command respect through actions. Walk with purpose and confidence. Your presence should demand attention. Speak calmly and directly, not aggressively. Let your results and achievements do the talking. Detach from negativity. Don't engage in unnecessary drama or conflict. What to avoid? Saying, you must respect me, instead of proving your worth through actions. Acting desperate for approval. Needy behavior weakens your authority. Overreacting to disrespect. Stay calm and let your actions send a stronger message. Keep your word and follow through. If you want to be respected, be a person of integrity. People respect those who are consistent and reliable. How to show integrity through actions. Do what you say you'll do even when no one is watching. Keep your promises. Your word should be as good as a contract. Take responsibility for your mistakes instead of making excuses. Stay honest even when it's uncomfortable. What to avoid. Making excuses or blaming others for your failures. Saying you'll do something but never following through. Lying or twisting the truth to avoid accountability. Control your emotions and reactions. One of the most powerful ways to demand respect is by staying calm and composed in all situations. People respect those who are in control of their emotions rather than those who react impulsively. How to stay emotionally strong. Don't let people's words trigger you. Stay calm and unshaken. Respond. Don't react. Think before you speak or act. Maintain eye contact and a steady voice when dealing with difficult people. Walk away when necessary. You don't need to prove yourself in every argument. What to avoid: overreacting or letting anger control you. Complaining about how people treat you instead of changing your actions. Seeking revenge or trying to prove a point through conflict. Speak less, do more. People respect those who let their actions do the talking. Instead of constantly explaining yourself, show your value through results. How to let actions speak for you. Instead of saying, I'm hardworking, prove it through discipline and success. Instead of saying, I deserve better, walk away from toxic situations. Instead of saying, I'm strong, demonstrate strength through your resilience. What to avoid: talking about your goals but never working towards them. Constantly explaining or defending yourself to people who don't respect you. Trying to convince others to see your worth, just show them. Final thoughts: let your actions demand respect. Respect isn't something you ask for, it's something you earn by how you live your life. Instead of using words to demand respect, prove your worth through confidence, discipline, and integrity. Key takeaways: set strong boundaries and enforce them. Lead by example. Be someone worth respecting. Stay calm, collected, and emotionally strong. Follow through on your words. Be reliable and consistent. Speak less and let your actions do the talking. Walk away from disrespect instead of begging for respect. When you live with confidence and integrity, respect follows naturally. You won't need to demand it. Your presence alone will command it.